All right, it is Friday night, so let's get to it. I know I haven't been making videos lately, but I want to hop in and talk about um the document that I've been revising on here. So, if you guys want this document, this will be part of a new chapter into my book here. So I've been revising this document quite a bit already. So I just want to highlight some of the things here because a lot of people always come in, and especially for new beginners, right? You're like, "Oh man, this is probably like the best time to trade Forex." Now the question is, I don't know what time you think is the best time to trade Forex. Me personally, I like to trade in the mornings, especially when London overlaps with New York sessions. My time, which is Chicago time. Now every time, all the times that I'm basing off of is Central Standard Time. So those of you on the East Coast or on the West Coast or in other different countries is totally different. I can't I can't portray on the actual time frames and the actual time zones that you're in. You have to calculate that on your own and make sure you understand what time zones you're in so that when you are in New York sessions or whether you are in Tokyo sessions or London sessions, I don't talk about Sydney because Sydney opens right away when New York closes at 4 p.m. for me, down in Chicago time, right? It's, Central Standard Time. So I just want to make it clear for you guys that all the times that I'm reiterating or uh simplifying in my document here is based on the times, Central Standard Time, or those of you are on, you know, I just call it Chicago time because that's where it's based off of anyways. I just want to hop in where time frames that I like to trade. The London overlap. Uh, the first 2 hours of each each opening session, like the first 2 hours of London opening, right? That would be at around 2 in the morning, all the way till 4 in the morning. For those that are pretty much like to stay up all night owls, right? So I'm not the type of guy to stay up that late anymore. There are times I would get up early in the morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning, just to check up on the charts, just to see if there is an opportunity. There are times where there's opportunities in like the first hour before opening of New York, which would be 6 a.m. my time, 6 a.m. in Central Time there, or it could be 7 a.m. Eastern Time for you guys, or 5 a.m. on the West Coast. And so I don't want to be diving in on two different time zones or all over the place. This is a Word document that I've been revising quite a bit, and it's not done yet. I still have a lot more. I've been just trying to publish the most important times, and also looking at pairs that affect during that time zones, and then also what to look for to engage the markets, especially when there's news events that's about to occur for those currency pairs. There's a lot more stuff that this is going to be added into the chapter the um of the revision of my PDF file book here. So that way, like I said, this is just another document for those that want to just, look at a specific topic of trading. And I made the topic called "Best Times to Trade a Foreign Exchange Market," and so it's a free, like I said, free document for those that actually want to uh, view it themselves and take it upon for themselves. And like I said, the only thing that I don't like is when people take documents and then they try to make it seem like it's their document. That's the only thing that I don't like the most, is that people take my book and then they try to revise the book saying that that's their book. And so that was the main key thing of me why I was going to copyright and actually publish the book myself, so that if someone were to do it, that would be, a huge, breakthrough, because a lot of people just take free knowledge, free wisdom, and then they try to, put it out there saying that that's theirs. And I put a lot of time and effort into this. I want you guys to be successful on your own for trading. I want, you guys all to succeed. It doesn't have to be forex trading. If you really come into, wanting to learn how to trade forex, by all means, I mean, take the free education, free. It's basically free tuition, right? You're taking my experience. I don't want nobody to repeat the same mistakes that I've done. We all want that high risk, that higher reward potential earning of saying, you know what, I flipped this account from this to that. I mean, you guys see me flip accounts, way back in the past. Now it's all about being consistent, having that consistency, and staying, persistent, right? Persistence and consistency, and especially in your daily objectives and your daily goals, especially when you're trading forex to make an income. And I want, to give out these tools, especially the resources of my knowledge and experience for you guys, and like I said, this is something that people want to come on board and actually take upon for themselves and learn and grow on your own, instead of, having someone babysit you. Now, it's always great to have a mentor. I don't, like I said, I'm not mentoring anybody. I mean, I still have my chat group, and if you ever want to come into the chat group, just let me know. Like I said, I just charge a small fee for it. I'm not doing it for. I am not going to get. I'm not letting nobody in for free. And that's the biggest thing, because people come in for free thinking that, like, I don't want to make it seem like, I don't want to say it. It's not fair for those that paid into the group, way back. We're talking like when I started charging for my services. We're talking about, people that have signed up with me, that have stayed with me, since the beginning, right when I was announcing my services, and it would be unfair for those that paid for the service just to get in for free and not even take any advantage to learn for themselves and apply the knowledge and resources and tools. And so the hardest part, I mean, obviously now I'm not even talking about this. Free document if you want it, go ahead. Like I said, I just don't like the fact that people portray this any of my files as like it's theirs, and then they just try to, like, copy and paste and put their name on it. That's a big issue for me. And like I said, I still plan to publish an actual book, uh, not next year, but I want to give it time to where everything settles down on my personal, matters, and then I will go full throttle on actually publishing, you know a real actual book, and it will be in the bookstore. And that is still my goal. I haven't even decided to stop doing that. It's always been on my mind. Even coming back to YouTube was a struggle, but like I said, I'm not giving up on that either. It just sucks that you have to deal with you just have to deal with, people. I'm not mentioning names, but like I said, I'm talking about, like, uh I don't want to talk too much, but there's just other different people that I'm still dealing with that still has issues with me. And I'm not bringing any of those people to the light here. So like I said, if you guys want this document, more power to you guys, more knowledge to you guys. Take it, read it, apply it little by little. You can't apply everything with you can't apply the whole book that you read. Or any book that you read, you can't apply the whole book. It's just a lot of engagement of the book, and then also you have to engage the applications, because you have to apply the teachings of the book. And so this is just a very small document. Like I said, it will be added to the new revision book that I'm working on. And like I said, by the end of this year, I will have either close to 200 pages, which I want to shoot over 200 pages to where you guys get a chance to see how the new revision of the book is, especially for the naked forex chapter, tying with this chapter. And I am going to go back and then start adding what has happened from, the pandemic from 2020 and up until now. I want to give you guys some insight on that. This on this last page, it does talk a little bit about it. Right back down here. I'm gonna highlight this. This page isn't done yet. I've just highlighted some of the things about the upcoming recession. People talking about the Great Reset. People talking about the depression. That what we're gonna be dealing with because of the skyrocketed of the inflation, the cost of goods and services right now, the cost of food, transportation costs. People can't afford to make the cost of living. So I want to be able to run through all the fundamentals, how this all ties into the foreign exchange market, how this ties to the central banks, and then how this ties back to trading. I mean, basically what it is, right? So trading is revolve around every single aspect, political. I mean, I mean, every country has their own currency, right? I mean, well, most countries have their own currency, and if not adopting crypto, so that's a big different ball game right now in the digital market era where crypto is being looked at probably the new asset, and being everything being digitized, and sustained technology where things are headed at this point. So I'm talking a lot of different things, different topics, different subjects, and want to be able to put everything in one group, but it's all going to be broken down. And it's a lot to take in. It's kind of like breaking down the Bible. So, but it's so much, parts and structure, right? I mean, if we were to just talk about just strictly, technical analysis is a whole different ballgame because you got indicators involved, you got price action, you got people that just only trade strictly on price action down to, based on all the amount of indicators that they're trading. So it's a lot to take in, right? But you have to maneuver and apply little by little. And also, what you're reading, is that even justified as knowledge to you? If it's not knowledge to you, then you're basically just reading a whole lot of nothing, and you're not going to be apply it at all. So it has to be very important for you if you really want to learn this. And I'll leave it as that. You got if you get here's another thing. If you're going to take free knowledge and you're not going to take the time to read it and apply a little bit of it, yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it's just, I don't know. It's just another thing, when people get free donations, but the question is, do they even cherish the donations or cherish the free wisdom that they're getting, the free lunch, right? I mean, a lot of professionals say that there's no such thing as free lunch, because there's a price to pay for that free lunch. And, this is free knowledge. I mean, this is, this is just no, my experience, my time and efforts put into the markets here. And those that want to make it happen for themselves that are brand new or are still struggling trading for themselves, uh, you know, take it, run with it. You're gonna find something that works for you. You're gonna find your own niche in your and in your style of trading to where you can, make it a really daily habit of success and consistency and staying persistent in learning the curve, right? Your learning curve is going to keep growing. And so, but other than that, I just want to, say that happy Friday night to you guys. Like I said, if you want this document, let me know. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that's been a part of this channel. I know that I am just really focusing on my personal matters, coming in and out of the channel. It's always good to come back to the channel. And it's always, I always love the fact that this is something I love to do. It's something that I love to do. It's something that I miss doing. Obviously, last year has taken a toll. This year, it's been upside down here and there. Not as bad as last year, but like I said, I'm still going through a lot of personal matters, and it has nothing to do with YouTube or you guys or at all. It's just a lot of things that what has happened from last year and up until now, and so the biggest thing is let it go, move on with life. You know, you can't go back in the past and fix the past. You have to accept the past, accept the fact that you can't change the past, and move on. And live your best life, regardless of what people have to say about what has happened in the past. And that's the biggest thing. Moving on and forget it. Like I tried to revive, I'll just say a little bit here. I know I don't expect anyone to really watch the end of this, but I really tried to reconcile my marriage, and I really tried to find the means of, saving my marriage, and also looking into, fixing and repairing myself. And it's just a lot to take in, right? Because you don't know, what the other person is trying to do to you. There's been so much stuff going on, and you feel like you're just hitting this brick wall every time, and it as much as you want to break the wall down, I don't think it's worth breaking the wall down at all. And so, you know, I have to say the best thing that I've done is let it go. Don't fight the drama. Don't bring in the drama. you know Less drama is so much better. Or even no drama is so much better. The less negative situations and negative vibes you deal with, you can bring more positivity within you, and you can spark the positive influence with the people around you. And make sure you don't hang out with the wrong people, and make sure that you don't hang out with the wrong friends. That's a big thing. I had to learn to cut back on some people that really thought I trusted, have so much trust, you know and was never there for me when I went through my struggles. And that's a huge big wake up call. you know and so I don't like bringing personal drama or personal matter to this at all. it's just something that it's just something that a lot of people were asking me, like, hey, we haven't really seen you on YouTube. Is everything okay? We saw this last video of you explaining about what has happened, with you and your ex-wife and the kids and everything. Is everything fine with that? So I know that there's some people that were worried and still wondering if I'm still into that situation. That situation is going to be ongoing until the kids finally say they don't want me in my life. Really, that's the biggest thing, you know. But at the end of the day, you have to do you. They do themselves, and you can only do so much to make things better. If that's what they have chosen to live the lives and put you out of the picture, forget it. You're just wasting more time trying to put yourself back in the picture that goes nowhere. And so and I want to say this: it's hard to make a sacrifice like this, because that at the end of the day, the kids are the ones that hurt the most. Your kids don't really get a chance to see, the reality, like the true reality, because they're so young. They don't really understand what's going on. All they know is that mommy and daddy aren't together anymore. That's as easy way I can say it. But I'm still picking up my feet, you know, and I'm not giving up. I mean, there are days I do want to give up and let myself go, but that is not the life to live, and that is not the life to even go for, to end my life like that. So I thought about that plenty of times. It's not the way to go. Suicide is not the way to go, guys. It is not the way to go. It just brings you so much pain, suffering mentally, and it drains you out so bad that it makes you want to just let life disappear. And it's a really sickening road to be in. And I've been there many times. It is not something proud to be talking about. It's not something to be, don't feel ashamed to talk about, because I'd rather have someone talking about it versus saying nothing, and the next thing you know, you find out later on that they end up letting themselves pass away. And that's easy. That's the easy way I can say it. And so I'm sorry for bringing up this matter, but like I said, I know that some of you guys been really worried of what's going on in my life, and I just want to address a little bit of it, not too much, but like I said, it's a personal matter for me. Has nothing to do with forex trading. Has nothing to do with the YouTube channel whatsoever. Has nothing to do with all that. Like I said, it's just a family matter issue, that has happened last year, and I just need to learn to just say, you know what, it's best to not even deal with it because it's just so much negativity, you know. So, on that, if you wanted the document, let me know. I'm still in the process of trying to revise everything I can out of this book. And it is nonstop. Like I said, I want to be able to go at least over 200 pages, if not at 200, but I want to go more so that you guys can actually see the depth and detail structure of what I'm going to highlight, because there's going to be charts that I'm going to be posting in the book from 2020 and up until now. And I want you guys to really look at the history of these charts because what has happened in the pandemic has sparked up, the inflation, Russia versus Ukraine this year. I mean, the Federal Reserve raising interest rates nonstop. They're not even done raising interest rates. That's the sad part, you know. Who knows how high the inflation is going to be, and it's going to suck us dry, really. So it's a big turmoil, it's a big downturn, a ticking time bomb that's coming up. And so I know I'm hopping in from my personal life to this book, to charts, to the recession. There's a lot of different things going on, right? But at the end of the day, don't ever give up. And that's the biggest thing. There are days you just want to give up and say, you know what, maybe this is not the life I need to live. It's not, and at the end of the day, that's not. It's okay. Like I said, we all think about it, but like I said, it's not okay to just put yourself in misery. All right, so it's a lot. I mean, if anybody has any kind of issues, I don't want to hear about. I personally, I don't really need to hear about your personal issues. The biggest thing is I want to be able to understand where you're coming from, and we all been through. I just want to say we all been through a lot. Not just me. Everybody's been through a lot. You know, especially from the pandemic and up until now. We're talking 2 years now and going. So I don't know what you're going through, but I do pray for the best. I do hope that you are seeking to understand where life is going for you. And also, do not let your life be in jeopardy in someone else's hands or in your own hands to put yourself to misery. And that's the biggest thing I want to say that. So, on that, I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in on this video. This video does mean a lot to me. I wasn't expecting to talk anything about the personal matters that I'm going through right now. Like I said, there's so much more, but I said I don't want to bring the channel into a negative influence, right? I mean, obviously, it's good to talk about what is going on, but it's not good to just say, "Hey, guess what happened today? You know what? Blah blah blah." This, so that doesn't do anything. So I'm still pushing through, right? I'm not giving up. I mean, it's Friday, October 14th. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not giving up on life. I wouldn't want anyone you guys to put yourself in that position where you make a life decision. And that's the biggest thing that I am addressing because there's so many suicide rates. I mean, the suicide rates are even higher now. Who even knows now? So, I mean, it is just nuts right now. Mental health is the biggest thing, but people don't talk about it. People just put it under the rug. You can't act like you're fine if you're gonna fake your smile every day out in public. That's the easy way I can say it. So, on that, I love you guys. If you guys want this document, let me know. I'm still in the process of revising the book to the end of the year, and then I will release that PDF version for those that want it. So keep me and I will keep you guys in the loop. I do plan on doing more videos And I do plan on live stream, just not right now. So like I said, this is a lot more things I want to take care of first. And I still plan on just coming in, coming out of these videos. I want to be staying in a consistent approach to the YouTube channel for you guys. So other than that, God bless you guys. Stay safe out there, stay positive, don't ever give up, okay?